We're here in the state of Maryland, and Maryland leads the nation of arresting and locking up 17 to 21-year-olds per capita, more so than Mississippi, more so than Louisiana, more so than Alabama. Maryland leads the way in locking up and arresting 17 to 21-year-old black males. If you don't believe me, feel free to look it up. 17 to 21-year-olds. That's here in Maryland. We would like to thank at this time members of the Maryland General Assembly who stood on the right side of history and demonstrated their value for the humanity of black children by voting no on HB House Bill 814. These people that voted no include Senator GOP Carter, thank you, Senator Charles E. Sidnor III, thank you, Delegate Gabriel Acevedo, thank you, Delegate Deborah M. Davis, thank you, Delegate Malcolm Ruff, Delegate Kaylin Young, Delegate Tiffany T. Alston, Delegate Charlotte Crutchfield, Delegate Ashanti Martinez, Delegate Lorig Charkudian. This law passed, and we're talking about HB 814, feel free to write that down, in Maryland, House Bill 814. Now we have what they call a black governor, the only black governor in all the 50 states. This bill passed under Governor Wes Moore. This law passed without any research or data to support making the drastic changes it made to the Juvenile Justice Reform Act that the legislature just passed less than 2 years ago. So we thank the legislators who listened to our communities and took a bold stance against General Assembly leadership wishes and voted no. We need more bold leaders. This piece of legislation that passed not only expands juvenile court jurisdiction for 10 to 12-year-olds, but it also expands pre-court detention for children just being charged with a misdemeanor if that child was on supervision at the time or if the child had 2 prior adjudications in the last year, even if they haven't been found guilty yet. This HB 814 allows police to overcharge and bypass the Department of Juvenile Services by requiring certain cases to be sent to the state's attorney's office, even if the Department of Juvenile Services does not recommend charging them. This essentially prevents help for children from being a priority and removes a check on the system and will drastically reduce the ability to place a child on informal supervision and divert them to services. Additionally, it extends the length of probation for children and allows the court to extend or restart probation if a child fails to appear at a treatment program without a good cause a few times. So family, look up this HB 18. And let us thank again these delegates, these senators that were bold enough to stand up for what is right. And we think that what is right is not putting 10 to 12-year-olds in jail with adults.